Something a lot of guys do, specifically in this community, when it comes to a woman's beauty, is switch off our ability to compartmentalize the way we feel about any particular woman and the way a woman actually looks. If we're feeling some type of way about a particular female we see on YouTube or some article or video, we like to throw around phrases like, she's not that hot, or she's not even that attractive. And to that end, I say, stop the cap. Stop the cap. Okay, when men in this community do this, we make ourselves look extremely dumb. Gentlemen, these statements are made in bad faith every time they're spoken. Case in point, Guste Janis. Okay, we all know that Guste is literally a walking false e-par spelled backwards accusation. She's made it abundantly clear on my platform, as well as Fresh and Fit, that she's not interested in due process. Okay, she is a staunch supporter of believe all women. She wants to believe all women. Anytime they make any sort of accusation against a man, and if we ask questions about the validity of the story, she shows that she is not interested in the actual truth. She has shown this, and again, she has shown this many, many times. She's not interested in the truth like most women in this country are. When she was on my show, God, she was on my show a while back. When she was on my show and she said that, I think she said like 600,000 women have been D-par spelled backwards every year, right? I remember when she said that, and we all knew that she was doing what she normally does, which is to demonize a man's sexuality under the guise of being concerned for the safety and well-being of America's sweet, innocent, naive women who are unaware of the creepy, rapey, predatory men that they've been forced to coexist with, right? Now, all of that said, we can see that Guste is objectively attractive. Guys, she's a good-looking girl. Now, is she every man's type? Of course not. Some men prefer women with genuine curves, and Guste is clearly lacking in the chest and the backside department. Some men don't like women who are as slender as she is. Okay, fine. But just because a woman isn't your ideal body type doesn't mean you would smash her if given the chance. Every one of us watching today would smash her because she is sexually attractive. Obviously, understanding that she is indeed a walking false e-par accusation, it would behoove a man to avoid a tryst with such a woman. But let's not be disingenuous, guys. She looks good. Yes, her attitude sucks. And yes, as soon as she opens her mouth, she loses about 3 points in the SMV scale. I get it. But based strictly on the way she looks, Guste is attractive and we can all see this. Now, does this make me a bad guy or a simp because I point this out? Of course not. Does it make you a bad guy or a simp because you are outwardly honest about this? No. But so many men in this community, they want to be meathead red pill guy and act like a woman with an entitlement complex and a piss poor attitude is as ugly as Tess Holliday. Guys will make statements like, well, I'd smash Tess Holliday before I'd smash Guste or Jen or Joy Isabel. That's horseshit. Making statements like this makes our community look stupid. When idiots talk like this about stuff like this, it doesn't make you look strong or discerning. It makes you look dumb. Listen, man, is Jen an insufferable banshee? Of course she is. Is Lisa Faye a mentally imbalanced, batshit crazy female? You better believe it. But guess what? The IG models you guys simp for, the girls on Facebook who post booty pics, the bitches you guys are calling wifey material, and you're all up in her comments letting her know as such, they act just like Guste. Those chicks are just as likely to hit you with a false e-par accusation if she feels some type of way about the way you kicked her out after you gave her ass to mouth. These girls are just like Jen, who run off at the mouth about black men who don't tolerate their bullshit as bitch-ass niggas. These bitches are just like Lisa Faye, who want to act like they're all scandalized when you tell her that there's no wage gap and that womanism is the worst thing to happen in this country, and that includes 9/11. Gentlemen, what you're going to have to understand is that women like Joy Isabel, Lisa Faye, Helena, also known as H as the letter H, Jen from the block, dude, Suzette Speaks, who makes regular appearances on The Lead Attorney, all of these women, all of these public YouTube figures, they're a cross-section of the women men in this country are dealing with. Most women fit the archetype of one of these public YouTube figures. Hell, even my girlfriend is an archetype. Devin's an archetype. Devin is a post-wall divorcee who jumped on the carousel the minute her divorce was finalized. How many women in this country did or are doing the same thing when they got their divorce finalized? Huh? How many women in their 40s are proclaiming 40 is the new 20 only to cry themselves to sleep after another one-night stand? Now, Devin was lucky to meet me, right? But if her and I had never met, right now she'd be an absolute dumpster fire. Okay, her head-turning assets would be getting her plenty of sausage, but wouldn't get her any commitment. How many women who appear on Kevin Samuels' show fits the Devin archetype? How about the Guste archetype? Let's talk about that one. How many women on Fresh and Fit indirectly endorse making a false EPAR accusation against a man because she feels like, merch, she was disrespected? What about the Lisa Faye archetype? How many women have we seen on Kevin's show and Fresh and Fit who are batshit crazy, don't know it, but acting like they're God's gift to men while simultaneously virtue signaling? You guys remember Miss Berkeley? Huh? You remember her? What about Darth Daria? You remember her? Tell me they're not the Lisa Faye archetype. How many Helenas have we seen on Fresh and Fit? How many women just like Helena who work in the sex industry sit right in front of Myron and talk about how many rich high-value men want them? How many Devins, how many Gustes, how many Jens have we seen get dressed down by Kevin Samuels? But then the same guys who talk about how unattractive Jen is are the very same dudes who simp for her on Instagram. The same guys who say, well, Devin's not attractive, she's way past the wall, she's almost half a hunted, are the same motherfuckers who follow 54-year-old silver beauty Jennifer, proposing to her in every post. Way too many men in this community talk out of both ends of their mouths. They want the world to think that they're discerning. They want the world to think that they're discriminatory when it comes to women. But in private, they're spanking the monkey to the women they publicly swore on their mother's lives they wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole. Too many of you guys are letting your feelings cloud your judgment. You're putting feelings over facts, and that's a female trait. Guys, it's okay to acknowledge that an insufferable female is attractive. That doesn't make you a simp. It doesn't make you thirsty. It makes you a man. Stop pretending a woman's personality just completely blinds you to her beauty. Because in your real everyday lives, you're simping for these broads. You're the guys you guys are all the guys who talk tough online about how you don't care how hot she is and about how you just don't give a fuck and all the rest of that. But are one blowjob away from risking it all. Guys, I'm here to tell you, it's okay to acknowledge your mental weaknesses when it comes to women. Nobody here is going to judge you if you say, hey guys, real talk, I'd probably propose to that chick right now, but that's why I'm here with you guys, so you guys can talk me out of it. Guys, you don't need to be Captain 100% red pill superhero. Just be a man and acknowledge that even though you know women like Jen are radioactive, that you can also acknowledge that she is objectively attractive and that you'd smash and dash. Nothing wrong with that. You guys have followed me long enough to know that I talk about both my wins and losses. Okay? Very open about that stuff. The reason I do this is to give you guys permission to talk about your wins and losses. Only when a man can honestly acknowledge his losses can he course correct and start getting more W's. No man is undefeated, guys. We all have losing records with women. Personally, my batting average is way below the Mendoza line for all you baseball nerds out here, and that's real. But the reason why I became successful with women and have managed to parlay that into a great living for myself is that I'm honest with you guys about my faults and frailties. Yes, I lied about Devin's age. Yes, I was dishonest about that. And to be quite frank, now that I'm thinking about it, there was no need for me to, because she looks better now than she did when I met her. What sense does it make for me to go check out the pictures I posted of her on Instagram? What sense does it make to shave 7 years off her age when she looks like that? Yes, I have served time in jail. Yes, I have written bad checks. Yes, I have committed petty crimes. Yes, I've been arrested a shitload of times and I am a multiple time convicted felon. Yes, I have a documented anger problem. It's called intermittent explosive disorder. This anger problem has caused a lot of strife in my life. Yes, I have simped for many a single mother. Yes, I've written bad checks for single mothers. Yes, I rented a house and paid the bills for a single mother. Yes, I was married to a woman who didn't give me sex for over a year and a half. Yes, gentlemen, Donovan Sharpe is not Captain fucking Red Pill 100% of the time. And this transparency is what allows me to be honest with you about how I see things. So when I say that Guste is objectively attractive, you guys know that it has positively zero bearing on my red mindset. Admitting a woman is attractive even though that she has admitted to retroactively retracting consent on my show, that's what makes a man a man. We can compartmentalize facts from feelings, guys. Nobody's going to give you a high five if you lie to everyone and say you never smashed Jen or Lisa or Guste or Joy. No one is going to give you red pill credit for proclaiming attractive women are ugly. Be honest with yourselves and be honest with us. Any man who calls another man weak for their honesty doesn't belong in this community in the first place. And that's all there is to it.